I didn't know it was possible to watch 15 sequels all at once. Kirill Sakharov should really give a masterclass in how to avoid copyright infringement, but that's a story from another time. The Year the Flat continues with They Will Kill You, but it's in the funnest, bestest, most absolutely enjoyable way possible. Zazie Beetz plays Asia Reeves. She infiltrates a 100-year-old hotel that's a portal for Satan, and a bunch of Satanists live there that are elite millionaires and billionaires and some not so elite, to go and find her sister that she's not sure if she's dead or alive, but she's such a wonderful sister that it's a little bit of irony. She's such a wonderful sister that she doesn't care anyway. She's going to see what happened to her. Now, this movie 100% hits the ground running. The first maybe 2 minutes of it, you have a scene, you're like, wow, wait a second, that looks familiar. And then about 10 minutes into it, you have a really big fight scene. You're like, wow, wait, that looks familiar. And then you continuing the fight scene, you're like, wait, that looks familiar too. The whole thing became a game. And if you want to play that game, wait till the end. I'm going to reveal it. I invented a game for this. Do me a favor, give me a hype, a thumbs up, a share, a subscribe. If you would, it helps the channel immensely. Wait till the end. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. But regardless, this movie was fun. The only problem is the movie started really strong and just went downhill really fast. If you're going to start as strong as you are with as much action and violence as They Will Kill You does, it really needs to stay there. It can't be repetitive, and it cannot go downhill or you'll lose interest. If you're not playing the game that I invented just to keep myself occupied, I think you're going to be bored with it. The acting all around, weak. That's where it fell flat. Hugely. Patricia Arquette, I expected more from. Zazie Beetz, she did a good job, but I kind of expected more from. Heather Graham, she was a little bit disabled throughout the entire movie, but I still expected more from him. Even the dude that was on Harry Potter, I don't know his name. He was Malfoy, I think. Yeah, he was a little bit hindered too, but I expected more. But when it comes to violence, you're going to get it. Action scenes, you're going to get it. They trained really well for it. Excessive gore, huge amounts. Yeah, but it gets very repetitive. It goes downhill. I mean, you have a machete scene, you have an axe scene, you have a gun scene, and that's really it. I mean, what can you really do when there's a whole bunch of people that are chasing you to try to sacrifice you, and you don't want to be sacrificed, and you have a limited amount of defensive equipment? Regardless, I think this movie is going to stand the test of time. Not really so much because it was strong in anything. The cinematography, really weak, but it takes you back to a bygone era of Grindhouse. It just does. It seems to be doing that a lot this year. A couple of movies have reminded me of drive-in movies in the early mid, not that I was around, but the early and mid 70s kind of midnight movies, Grindhouse genre. If you like that, you're really going to love this. Kind of a hat tip to Kurosawa, more of a hat tip, an homage to Tarantino. I'm a little worried Kirill Sakharov might have like a closet that has a shrine to Quentin Tarantino, because I'm getting the real stalkery vibes from him. Quentin Tarantino, you might want to investigate that. But Sam Raimi vibes, huge. He took all of these different cult movies and the directors and writers, and he kind of, I don't want to say stole, he kind of borrowed different styles and genre and things that made their movies great. He kind of stole from it. So I don't know if he was trying to say, all right, we want a classic cult instant hit, so we're going to recreate all of the best parts of all of these classic movies, or if he was saying, hey, I want to come up with a movie that's just giving gratitude, paying homage to all of my favorite directors that made all of these wonderful movies, so we're going to jam them all together. I don't know what his thinking was, but the visuals, the graphics on this, terrible. But I think they played into it because it's like what you had seen, the fire scenes, the animatronic scenes, the green screens, the everything. Very cheesy, very hammy. I say that as a pun, but they played into it. I don't think they were making it very serious. The fight scenes, excellent. They had to train for those things, but it's over the top, and you're going to think, oh man, come on. So if you really want to watch this movie, you need to go in and you need to make it a game, because I got extremely bored of it. First 10 minutes in, it had me hooked. By about 12 and a half minutes, I was like, nah, but I enjoyed myself. I kept myself entertained and busy because I made it a game. I was like, wait a second. I remember this scene. Oh, wait, that reminds me of this movie. And why does this scene, it's making me think of this movie. Why is that? So I came up with a game and I loved it. I was anticipating it and I was there to watch every scene. I didn't care what Zazie Beetz was saying. I didn't care about what the storyline was. I didn't care about the outcome. I didn't care how the movie actually played out. What I did care about was I was glued to the screen, paying attention, because I wanted to see who they were going to steal from next and what movie I was going to be reminded of. So if you want to watch something like that, absolutely 100% do it. It could be a great drinking game for your friends. If you want to watch it, you should really watch it at home. Don't spend your money on this stuff. Wait till it's free to stream. But I think this movie is going to belong with the kind of campy, cheesy. I think it's going to belong with the Evil Deads. I think it's going to belong with Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. It's nowhere near as great as any of those, but it's going to belong with it. If you have a collection of Heather's, Rocky Horror Picture Show, all of the Evil Deads would Drag Me to Hell, Kill Bills, Django Unchained, if you have that in your collection, you're definitely going to want to add this movie because it's going to highlight all of them. But if you're going in thinking you're going to get any strong acting, you're going to get any award-worthy nominations or anything with this film, you're going to be let down. So have fun with the film, watch it, try my little drinking game, and you never know, you might buy this movie and say, okay, I want to get drunk again, so let's watch They Will Kill You. And that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got to say, sometimes I enjoy watching terrible movies, so I didn't mind this very much. But now, for the most important part of the video, the game. You can make this a drinking game by whenever you watch it at home when you're with your buddies, you just yell out as quick as you can, blah, blah, blah. Just the name of a movie that this film reminds you of. Take a shot every time you remember a movie and you start thinking about one. But for this instance, first, I need you to do me a favor, turn on your notifications, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hype this video if you would. I appreciate it. But if you've seen this movie already, if you're planning on seeing this movie, come back in the comments below. I need a list of every movie that you were reminded of. Every time you saw a scene in this movie and you're like, hey, this was this movie and this was this movie. I need to know, and I need to know why. So far, I have a pretty long list. I have Kill Bill, Django Unchained. I have Grindhouse, the Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness franchise. I have Die Hard, believe it or not. Once you see it, you'll know why. Ready or Not 1 and 2. Lethal Weapon, again, if you see it, you'll know why. Bad Times at the El Royale, Eyes Wide Shut, Beetlejuice, 300, Scream 7, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat. How many did you catch? Am I way off? How many did I miss? Let me know. I want to see how many movies this film actually ripped off.